Welcome to my Costa Rica Law channel, where I provide detailed information about moving to or living in Costa Rica. In this video, we're visiting the area of Santa Teresa in the Nicoya Peninsula, so let's get started.
Hi everybody, Roger Peterson here, and we are lucky to be in the area of Malpais in Santa Teresa, becoming one of the most popular beach spots in Costa Rica. We're so fortunate to have with us Maureen. Maureen has been a resident of this area for a very long time. She showed up here back in 1999 and has seen it develop since then. So, hello Maureen, and thank you for joining us in this conversation.
My pleasure. Welcome to Santa Teresa Malpais.
So the first question, Maureen, is how did you end up in this area of Costa Rica?
Well, you know, a lot of people, I think, come here to escape. And although I don't want to say that, I think it's true. I have to admit it. My daughter and I were living in Vancouver Island, Canada, which is another beautiful Pacific coast area in the world. And we came on vacation after we had some transitions to make. And we came on a holiday just to kind of relax and regroup. And we came first to Playa Hermosa, which is the kind of the northernmost stretch on this 7-mile stretch of coastline. And we came there in 1999 and had a wonderful vacation for a month and came back in 2000 for 3 months. And my daughter got hooked on surfing, and I just loved the warm weather. And at the time, I was a massage therapist and a counselor. Mm-hmm. And there were no doctors here or health workers. So the community used me kind of as, you know, I'm not a doctor of acupuncture, but I did a little bit of acupuncture and acupressure massage, and I knew about vitamins and homeopathy. So I kind of had a little position in the community.
Very interesting. Because you fit, that's an interesting topic, because that's the feeling that I get when we arrive to this area, is that everybody's very, very holistic, very into their health care, well-being. I think it's prevalent in this whole area. So you must have just fit right in, and you grew as the community grew. That's
right. Yeah, that's very right. It's kind of like a magnet for health. The blue zone, or just quite near the blue zone, and people that are active in surfing and athletic and want a simple life. At that time in 1999, there was nobody, nothing, hardly a road, hardly a grocery store. So yeah, I've seen a lot of development, which surprised me even. I was not, of course, I wasn't into real estate at the time. And I saw the whole place develop to what it is now, and it's like a global magnet for so many people from all walks of life.
That must have been a scene arriving here in 1999. I can only imagine that, because if we have dirt roads right now, what were they like in 1999? You had, nothing here.
No, we would still see the oxen and carts, and, you know, whoever had a vehicle, we'd all pile in the back of the truck to go to the bank in Cobano and do all our city stuff. And yeah, there was, I think, 40 of us that lived full year round. We had the whole beach to ourselves. So it was, you know, when you're young, it's the time of your life. And actually, the youth that come now, you know, this is the most beautiful beach in the world, and one of them. And you come here and you stay.
I noticed that from a lot of people that we've talked to, is they came here to hide from COVID here in Costa Rica, and a lot of them have not gone back. They fell in love with the country, and Costa Rica has that addictive quality, I think, of people, that you get that bug. You spend a few weeks in country, and you get that little pura vida bug that makes you say, I want to stay a little longer. You see a lot of people that do that?
Everybody, you've got it down, Roger, really. You know, the local people are so welcoming. This country is so welcoming. You know, I just thank you all every day, you know. Yeah, it's really nice. You just feel better living here.
That's a good way to put it. You feel better, and you do physically. Absolutely. Yeah. I hear that from a lot of people. First city, huh?
The Morpho. butterfly.
Morpho butterflies just flew by us. There we go. We're sitting, yeah, by the way, we're sitting in the area of Malpais. That's why we have all the green behind us. Maureen, with the people that come here, I see a lot of countries represented here. I mean, you could probably talk to different people, and there's several dozens, if not hundreds, of different countries that are living in this area. I see Italians, Belgians, Canadians, Americans, Israeli, you name it. I mean, what do you see?
Now it's more diverse. You know, I think it was a lot of people, young entrepreneurs that saw that they could have a business here, they could do a development here, and that they could actually make money here. And now it's kind of more people coming to retire, to, you know, live in their dream home at the beach.
In order to get our bearings, let's take a look at the map where we are. So we're focused here on what's called the Nicoya Peninsula. Now, if we start zooming in on this area here, we're basically down at the bottom tip of the Nicoya Peninsula. Okay, so if we start on the southern end of the peninsula, we start here with the area of Malpais. So we have Malpais Beach, the town of Malpais right there. Then as we start working ourselves north, the first town we hit is the area of Carmen with Carmen Beach. This is a popular area for surfers. Then we hit the town of Santa Teresa right here. And all this is Santa Teresa Beach right along this coastline here. As we head further north, then we come to Playa Hermosa up here in the north. And it follows up even further here to Manzanillo Beach and the town of Manzanillo.
Okay, so we're back with Maureen, picking up on our conversation about Santa Teresa, our país, and I wanted to ask her, what is daily life like in this area, and what kind of community activities are available?
Great. Santa Teresa, Costa Rica, I would say Costa Rica is just a big playground. And certainly this beach area of Santa Teresa, Malpais, is a big playground. We have diving, surfing, yoga, horseback riding, just the best of the best, really. We have a beautiful farmers market. Honey has been bringing us organic food for years and years and years, and that's on Saturdays. Everybody that's anybody is down there listening to music and maybe bringing down their crafts, their artwork, baking, and the organic food that Honey gathers from all over Costa Rica.
I mean, I thought we'd talk a little bit about the real estate market locally. I know it's difficult because, as you mentioned earlier, there's been a huge surge in the last year, and that has strained the property market because there wasn't a lot of construction going on. We're coming off a very slow real estate market, and all of a sudden, it accelerated forward, and there isn't enough houses on the market. So I personally noticed that rentals here are very hard to find, long-term rentals. You can certainly find Airbnb and things like that. But I find that long-term rentals from Malpais, Santa Teresa, Playa Hermosa, even Manzanillo are pretty hard to find. And so I think you maybe address that and prices in your opinion. And then also let's talk a little bit about the value of real estate, because what I'm seeing from the clients that I'm interacting with is finding reasonably priced properties is also becoming a pretty big challenge.
Yes, Roger, you are correct. We had a huge season last year, which was not predicted because of COVID, but we have people come from all over the world to stay healthy and in the hot sun and on the beaches, get their exercise, their vitamin C. And we had a lot of digital nomads that came here. Our internet system is so much better now, so they're able to come here and work here and make an income as they live a healthy life and kind of make it through COVID. It definitely put a strain on the rentals, so a long-term rental here is very difficult. If you find one, it can be anywhere from $2,000 a month up. And so that is difficult. So I think what's kind of happening in the market right now is you're going to get your better investment by buying a larger tract of land and developing it. So price per square meter, that's kind of the way to go. Otherwise, the price per square meter is, I think it's probably up to the 150 per square meter mark. The further you go back away from the beach, still beautiful land, you'll get a better price. Sometimes you'll get beautiful views of the mountains as well, in the jungle. So that's always a very, very good option. And then you're kind of away from the hustle and bustle, and it's more residential, better for families, go to schools, things.
Maureen, another curiosity that I had, when I come to the area, and of course I look at the Santa Teresa, specifically Santa Teresa, let's say, and boy, it is not full of young people. It seems to be 20, 30-year-olds, having fun on the beach, sunsets. That's what I'm seeing. So how does that translate into the real estate market, the real estate buyers? What age groups are they? What are you seeing as to what the trends are as far as buyers, for example?
This is a mecca for this a sense of freedom, and you'll see people walking up and down the streets in their bikinis, and board shorts, surfboards, toying along with kids. It's a freestyle life. So people come from all over the world, in their 20s, 30s, and they come and they experience what your beautiful country has to offer. And so they come here, they experience it, they want to stay, and then when they get to the point in their lives where they want to have families, then they start looking for real estate, and they want to settle down and raise their children here, and that also probably helps with their residency, and they eventually buy something. Their parents become interested, and then their parents come and they retire here with family, grandchildren. That's very typical. They'll build a home and they'll have the in-law suites, separate little homes for their in-laws. Or they'll build an Airbnb so that they do have income as they're living and raising their families.
Maureen, you raise an interesting point. We talked about the settling and the families and that. So my question is, what schooling is there locally?
Yes, we have a wide variety of public schools, preschools, and private schools. We have Hermosa Valley, which was the first private school to start. There's Futura Verde, which is just outside of Cobano. So the Delicias area, Mil País area, often their children go to Futura Verde.
Maureen, let's turn next to something that, of course, in these times is more than it was in the past. And of course, that is healthcare. So, for example, God forbid, let's say I walk out, break a leg or something out here. Where do I end up here in the zone? Is it a public hospital? Is it a private hospital? What's the ambulance services? Can you elaborate a little bit about healthcare and where we need to go if something happens to us?
So there's, as you know, you might know already, there's a public healthcare system, and then of course there's private insurance. Most of the expats go to a private insurance company, and then that enables them to go to the SEMA hospital where there are specialists and doctors there. I myself, as a permanent resident, I'm on CAHA, so we have to pay our CAHA as a resident every month. So I just use that service. If something were to happen to me, I can call an ambulance and they'll take you to the nearest hospital, likely, which is Punta If you're on private insurance, you might be covered for an airlift. In which case, or I could choose just to take an airlift as well to San Jose. And we have Carmona Air that has that service. Otherwise, we have a remote, so you'd have to you'd have to go to the clinic, and we have a clinic here in Santa Teresa. We have a clinic in Covino. And then they might refer you to Punta Arenas. We've been so fortunate. There have been some expats that have supported a lifeguard station, or many stations on the beach. They have saved a lot of people and brought a lot of people to safety on our beaches. So big shout out to Santa Teresa Lifeguard.
Well, I really want to thank Maureen for sharing her life experiences of living here in the area of Santa Teresa and Malpais with us. For me, it's been very interesting seeing the different aspects of living in this beautiful area, which is becoming a tourism hotspot, attracting people from all around the world.
If you're looking to move to the Santa Teresa Malpais area, I will go ahead and put Maureen's contact information in the video description so you can reach out to her as well.
Thank you for watching the video, and be sure to visit my website, CostaRicaLaw.com, where I post information about moving, retiring, living, or working in Costa Rica. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you can be up to date on everything related to life in Costa Rica.